This current generation is so soft and weak. It's making it really easy to stand out and become successful and rich. However, it's also really easy to get sucked into mediocrity, which is what we need to avoid. Our society of men has a terrible problem, and it's the cause of a bunch of poverty. We're expecting things to be handed to us, we're expecting things to be easy, and if we face even the slightest bit of hardship, we think we deserve a treat for a bad day. While I don't disagree with joy and happiness, that doesn't mean we should avoid all hardship. Again, why are these things happening? Well, comfort is everywhere. We see this with our phones, we see this with food, we see this with entertainment. We can sit at home, DoorDash a meal to us on our phones, get it delivered to our doorstep, and then get under a blanket and watch any show we want to watch. And if we want to get on our phones and scroll Instagram, we can see the hottest girls in the world without doing anything, without making ourselves better or providing any value. We have no pressure to improve. It's almost an expectation to kind of sit around these days. I don't see many men being encouraged to be entrepreneurs. I don't see many men being very encouraged to work their butts off. Of course, there's parenting styles that kind of push us towards those things, but culture as a whole really isn't doing that. We see society rewards distraction over discipline, or at least this illusion that it does. It's normal to go out and party and get drunk on weekends. It's normal to just be young, dumb, and broke in your 20s. However, as I've seen in my life with others around me, that doesn't lead to a good future. We also see this cope mentality of you're not broke because you're dumb, you're broke because you're distracted. We try to make people feel good when they're not making progress. However, sometimes you need a good butt kicking, which is what this video is. Again, all of this is at the expense of actually getting a cheap knockoff version of comfort instead of true fulfillment, which is a big problem. So I want to present a better solution that will make you more wealthy, but also just a better man that will provide for his family, attract a beautiful wife, and overall find an immense amount of personal and financial freedom. We're going to go through a 5-step process. And the first step in that process is to cut out weak habits. And this is a major thing, not just financially, but in general for your life. The first thing that I think of when I think of a weak habit is doom scrolling. And look, I'm going to be honest, I'm not perfect in this either. I feel like every single week I'm re-downloading Instagram to scroll reels after I just deleted it the last week. Or maybe it's YouTube Shorts, or maybe it's something else, right? Doom scrolling is killing your brain, it's killing your motivation, and it's just screwing up your dopamine receptors. It's so hard to sit down and grind and do a tedious, meaningful task, and it's hard to do that when you could just pull your phone out and just get all the pleasure you need in your phone. But that's a problem because you're not making progress in this world. This also looks like eating out constantly. Look, I love eating out. I love Panda Express, I love Cane's, I love Chick-fil-A. Don't get me wrong, those things taste so good, and it tastes better than anything else I could cook at home. However, it's unhealthy, but it's also stealing a lot of money from you, because you have to realize these restaurants, these companies, they have to make a profit. And so not only do they have to pay for the food, which you would have to pay for anyways if you went to the grocery store, but they have to pay their employees, they have to pay rent, they have to pay even electrical, they have to pay for advertising, and then they also have to make a profit to make all of this worth it. And then they have to pay money out to shareholders and a bunch of other stuff. So again, a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich that costs $4 to $5 might only cost you $1 or $2 at home, and you're going to save so much money if you go ahead and do those things. You'll also be really healthy. Another weak habit I see a lot is drinking, especially with young men. Look, I'm 21, I've never drank in my life. I don't say that to flex or to sound cool, but I'm just saying it's possible, right? And maybe you want to have a drink from time to time, I'm fine with that. But make sure you're not spending a load of money on basically poison that's hurting your body. And also don't mess yourself up that it's going to ruin your future days, because then that's time you're not going to be working too hard. And it might also be it's just hurting your ability to build a business or hurting your ability to do better things with your life in general. I also see this with an epidemic of sports betting. And again, I'm not perfect in this. I fall into this as well, but it's something I'm digging myself out of. Sports betting really isn't even fun for me anymore because I'm so focused on other goals. That's something that's massive. If you can focus on other goals, whether it's financially or in life, you're gonna that other stuff's just gonna fade. And so again, not only take out the output, don't cut out these bad habits, but also bring in something better as well. I think another habit that I am personally working on right now is oversleeping. Look, the human adult male needs about 7 to 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Yet, sometimes I'm sleeping 10 to 12 hours every single night, and I'm doing that over the course of multiple days. I don't need that much sleep, to be completely honest. Right, if you're sleeping 4 to 5 hours, that's not a good thing. But if you're, sleeping, 12 hours, some days, that's just not, good. You don't need to sleep that much. Sleep is important, but you don't need to oversleep. Step number 2 is to build discipline daily. I kind of alluded to this earlier when I said don't just cut out the bad, but also fill it in with something good. And that is this good. Building good discipline. discipline. I think the first thing you can do is wake up early every day. This kind of goes back to oversleeping, but go to bed kind of early, but wake up kind of early. Your most productive hours will probably be in the morning. You'll be the most focused and you can get going. Another side note is probably don't get on your phone right away. And this is something I'm terrible at, just to be completely honest, because my alarm is on my phone and then I go to turn off my alarm and then I see, holy cow, I got 10 notifications. I got to go through all my notifications. And then I checked Instagram and then I checked my email. And then next thing I know, I've been sitting in bed on my phone for 20 minutes. So I might as well open YouTube Shorts and scroll for another 10 to 20, which turns into an hour. And there goes my whole morning, right? Now, of course, some days I actually have to get up and go. So don't get me wrong, that happens a lot. But when it's weekends and I got nothing to do, that happens a lot. And there we go. There's 2 hours out of my day that I literally could have been doing anything else with, right? So build the discipline daily to wake up and go. I'm working on this myself, like I just said, but it's a big deal. Read something every day. I've been really trying to get into reading my Bible every day because I'm a Christian, and this is just something that I want to grow in. I want to read my Bible every day that I can. There's some days that I miss, but most days I've been actually hitting it pretty recently, which I'm really proud of. But maybe you're not a Christian. Read a finance book. I would encourage you to read the Bible even if you're not a Christian. I think there's a lot of wisdom in that, but there's a lot of finance books, investing books, time management books, entrepreneurship books. Try to read something. I hate reading, don't get me wrong, so this is not something I want to lecture on, but it can really help. Something I'm terrible at is working out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just not that jacked. I work out as often as I can, but it's just not a priority of mine because I more prioritize school, my relationships, making YouTube videos. That's something I'm really consistent in, but working out is just not a thing for me, but it's really good for you. It's really healthy, and so if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do that. Getting outside in general is not bad too. I prioritize that more over working out personally, but whatever works for you, works for you. Investing. I'm not saying probably daily investing, but weekly to monthly investing can be really, really good. It'll help you build discipline. It'll help you get used to having less money to spend each month, and it'll grow more over time, of course, which is just all really good. And then kind of going into entrepreneurship, another daily discipline you can do is if you want to be a YouTuber, try to post every day. Try to work on it every day. If you want to get a client business where you need clients, go out and get 10 clients every day or pitch to 10 clients every day. I don't know what that looks like, right? Do something every day that forces you to be a little bit uncomfortable, because if you aren't able to build disciplines in the small things of life, you're not going to be able to build discipline in the big things of life. And so you got to start small and grow out. And if you're trying to be financially stable, if you're not trying to be cooked or soft, you need to make sure that you're disciplined and fierce and ready to go. Which brings us to step number 3 in this process, which is to learn a high income skill. There are so many paths that you can take with this, and literally anybody can do it. If you want to go to college and just get a normal job in the corporate world, that is absolutely amazing. I think we kind of look down on 9-to-5s oh, there's such a time constraint. Oh, no, that's a good deal. College is a great deal if you go through with it, get low student loan debt, if any at all, pay it off as fast as you can, and work hard in your career field. A 9-to-5 is not a bad way to go at all. I'm not going to look down on that. Of course, there's this whole AI boom fear, but just like the internet came and everybody's oh, the internet's going to take a bunch of jobs, and then it kind of did, but it also created a bunch. I bet AI will kind of do the same thing, right? And so don't worry too much about that. Get a degree in something you love, work hard at it, and try to grow and try to get better up and get promoted and work hard and prove to your boss that you're worth more and you'll get paid more. It's really that simple. Pick up overtime when you can, right? Always show up, be ready to go. But if you want to get a trade, that works too. Maybe you start your own little trade business. That's great as well. Maybe it's entrepreneurship. I feel like we've talked about that a lot already, so I'm not going to go into that too much. But if you're going to be an entrepreneur, mean it. Show up, go, build a business, build a channel, build a social media presence, build a digital product, and go. Don't sit around with your hands under your butt doing nothing. No, you actually have to go ahead and work hard. But that kind of goes for all these anyways. Again, pick up overtime when you can, like I already talked about earlier, and maybe none of those things sound too appealing. Just start a small side hustle, something you enjoy, something that's fun. And you can build up and build up and build up, and maybe it'll become a full-time job one day. Maybe it won't. Maybe you'll work at McDonald's the rest of your life, but have a side hustle on the side that makes you a couple extra $1,000 a month. And there you go. You're making maybe $5,000 to $6,000 instead of the $3,000 to $4,000 you would have making just $20 an hour at McDonald's, right? Whatever it might be if you're a team lead. I don't know. Long story short, when you're trying to build wealth, your income is your best wealth building tool. It beats out any saving, any investing, any cutting in your spending if you can make more money, because all of those things become easier if you can make more. Now, it's a very arbitrary thing to say, but it's also one of the reasons why it's one of the steps in this 5-step plan. Because if I just tell you, oh, just make more money, money? Oh, you're gonna be like, of course. Why didn't I think of that before? If I want to be financially free, I just got to make more money. Of course. It sounds stupid, but there are practical steps you can take to increase your income. And through all the things I just listed, whether you're combining one or multiple of them, if you do a bunch of those things, you'll increase your income over time, and it's just going to be great. So go ahead and do that. That's step number 3. Step number 4, focus on one path. Look, I'm going to be honest. Making money won't always be fun, and there's going to be times where you run into roadblocks. I've experienced this a lot, and I just kind of want to share my experience. I've been making YouTube videos since I was around 16 to 17 years old. I have had 5 different channels, and I'm finally on the one that I'm going to stick with. I've had ones that were really fun that didn't pay well. I've had ones that were meaningful but didn't pay well. I've had ones that paid well, but I was miserable doing. And so I needed to find what my thing was. Now, a lot of that stuff was just self-exploration, trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, and that's fine to explore, especially when you're young. However, once you find your thing, stick with it. I am sticking with what I am doing now. This is going to be the channel I create on for a long, long time. It might not be the thing I do for the rest of my life, but I know I'm going to pursue this, right? But if I keep switching, I'm like, one day I want to do finance, but one day I want to talk about my faith, and then one day I want to talk about philosophy, and then one day I want to talk about college football, right? All those things are hobbies of mine, right? But if I keep flip-flop, nothing's really gonna grow and take time to grow. And so I like money enough, I know it's gonna pay well enough, and I know other avenues that I can monetize it, and it fits well with my college degree, so if I go into a full-time job, I'll have extra credibility. So many things make sense for me to talk about money on YouTube, and so that's why I'm doing it. Again, overall, a lot of things just add up and make sense for me to talk about money on YouTube, right? Find what that is for you, and this might not be something you figure out overnight or in 24 hours or just sitting down once. It might take some living, some learning, and you might have to take a step back and take 2 steps forward and take 10 steps back and jump to something completely different, and that's all fine and dandy. Figure out what's going to work for you, but once you kind of figure out what you want to do, stick with that and go. Because if I would have stuck with something I did 3 years ago, I could have grown it into something big. Now, do I regret changing up a little bit? No, I don't regret that at all, because I'm still using the YouTube skills I learned. However, I'm just doing it in a different niche now, right? So try to build skills, live and learn, go out, chase failure. Once you fail at something, you know what you're not going to want to do, so you just go ahead and do something else, and eventually you're going to find something you're going to be like, okay, this makes logical sense to do with my passions, for my money, and it's got a good long-term growth ideal here, so I'm going to go ahead and pursue that. And then once you make that decision, go for it. Pretty dang simple. And this can be entrepreneurial or it can be not. It can be a trade, it can be college, it can be a side hustle, whatever it may look like. Figure out what your high income skill is and chase that one thing. You're going to expect huge results in 1 month to 3 months, but what's going to shock you even more is where you're going to be in 1 year to 2 years to 3 years to 5 years, because oftentimes we're like, okay, I'm going to start this thing, I'm going to chase it, I'm going to work hard, I'm going to go, I'm not going to quit at all. You get a month in and you're like, man, I put so much work and effort into this and it's not really gone anywhere. But then you stick through it, which most people don't stick through, but if you stick through till 6 to 12 months, you're gonna be like, holy cow, this is starting to grow. And 3 years later, you're gonna be like, wow, this is bigger than I ever thought it could be. Find something, stick with something, and go. And then step number 5, which comes to no one's surprise, is to use that money to make more. Save your money, invest your money. It's really that simple. You want to set a goal, right? Because if your goal is retirement or early retirement, you got to make sure you're investing your money well enough to be able to do that. If it's to send your kids to college and retire early, you're gonna need more in retirement. If it's to retire at 40 and travel the world, it's going to be bare bones, save everything and invest everything, and then you're going to have enough to maybe be able to do that, right? But again, if you don't have a goal, if you don't know what you're shooting for, you're just going to be saving and investing mindlessly, and you don't really know what you're growing towards, and you might not have enough when you hit whatever milestone you want to hit. Make sure you have that goal in mind and you're working towards that goal, and you're not just mindlessly doing nothing. Maybe you want to invest back into yourself and your skills, or maybe it's to invest into a business or a side hustle or real estate. I don't know what any of those things look like. You have to figure out those things for yourself. But again, take the money you've made from your high income skill and use it to make more money. Again, most men won't learn this, and some men will learn this and do it. But then some men will learn this and do it, but don't do it for long enough. It will be hard, but the things worth it in life will take hard work. Check out another video of mine on your screen right now. Click here. Peace out.